Okay, hi everyone. So I want these set of notes to just kind of take you through a brief overview of using the discussion board. So I'm going to go through, you'll always know something's a discussion, it'll be labeled. And you can see this little symbol right here. It looks like the two kind of text boxes kind of coming out. You can imagine like two imaginary characters or something like that. All your discussions are always going to be labeled for each week. They might be called, discussion week one, welcome discussion, discussion on certain readings. You might have discussions and annotations. They might be several different, turn up the volume here so you can hear things. So I'm going to click this. And this is a practice discussion here that I've set up. And what I want to do is I want to zoom in on here. If you haven't worked with discussion boards before, no problem. I know every different online platform is a little bit different with how they function. Now, discussions does not only mean that we're going to be using text-based response, we're going to be using a lot of different multimedia for our class. And what this means is some of your discussions will require you to, yes, type something out and respond. Some of your discussions will require you to record and upload different types of media. Some of your discussions will ask you to be using different types of activities, different plugins that we use, different programs that we use through Canvas. So they're going to require all different things. So it's a nice mix. You're not just responding, typing. That's not the point. The point is to engage. The point is to collaborate and use it as a space for that. So this is my fake prompt for practice here. You will always see the requirements, the directions, everything in the box up here. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to read through the questions, the directions, and make sure you understand everything completely. Everything always has due dates. If your discussion is part of your participation grade, it'll be out of 3 points. Again, I'll go over the rubric that I went through on the syllabus in a second, but that's really important for making sure you know what's required of you and how many points you can earn for each one. Unless they're more involved, they'll go up to some more points. So a general range is 3 points for each. Now, if you are just doing a type text-based response, great. Okay, easy enough. You're typing into the box here. These are your functions that you can use in terms of your formatting, your alignment, your type, etc. if you're making bullet number lists. Great, easy enough, okay? Type, text. Great. Now, one of the options, as I mentioned, is you're going to have to do a lot of recording and uploading of different media, different audio, video, combinations, other things. So there's a couple other toolbars on here that are going to be really helpful. This is the record upload media icon. You're going to want to make sure your flash is enabled on your computer. I am working in Google Chrome. I find that Google Chrome works the best. So make sure your flash is enabled or you will not be able to upload or record media and you won't be able to see other people's, and that's really important. So this is one way you would click this and you can record yourself with either video, audio, or both. And what that will do is just embed it right into your discussion here. Another way to upload yourself, if for some reason, this should be your first place you go. If for some reason this does not work, the other option is you can record yourself on your computer or on your phone using different programs like QuickTime or another audio video recorder. And what you can do is attach that file, upload it here and attach it to the discussion board. Now, I say that with a caution because sometimes files, if we're recording something that's 10 minutes long, while that's not very long when you think about it, it really isn't to talk. Like I'm already at almost 5 minutes here and I've just been going on. It might be difficult to upload or it might take a long time to upload. Additionally, your peers might not be able to, or I might not be able to open it for some reason. So that should be your second place. You should always try to record, upload media through Canvas first, okay? If that doesn't work, you can always attach a file. The other thing that you can do, which is what I do also when I record my notes, I'm on Screencast-O-Matic right now. And I put, is the name of it. And I put this in our general resources tab on our page. Screencast-O-Matic is a free web recording service where right now I'm on just the screen being recorded. You can record both yourself in the screen, just yourself, or the screen as you're going through something. And you can record yourself up to 15 minutes for free. And then you can, after that, if you wanted to, you can upgrade to a pro account. You do not need to do that. I only do that for teaching for my videos. But what it does is once you're done recording yourself, you finish your video and you have the option to upload it to as a file to your computer or to YouTube. So YouTube is another way of recording yourself if you're using a program like this, or if you're just going directly to YouTube. If you want to use YouTube, the two things you want to remember is A, you'll post a link in your response. Now you should never just post a link. You should always preface it with telling us what it is, what you're doing, why the link is here, etc. Or the other reason for that on YouTube as well is you want to make sure that you don't have a private channel or else we can't see your page. So I keep all of mine public and open for my classes. That's something that you might want to do as well. So those are several options for recording and uploading both video and audio content on here, which you're going to be using quite a bit. You'll see you can also insert and edit other media on here, tables. You can link to URLs, which makes it really easy, like I said, to link to YouTube. I don't use Vimeo very much anymore. I'm not sure if other people do, but we can certainly play with that. And you also can sync up here with Microsoft Office, which is really, really helpful. And then these are just more formatting in addition to your upload recording media. Once you're done, you would post your reply. And again, you'd have your media in here. And then the discussion boards are set up so that you can't see anyone else most of the time, not all the time, but some of the times you can't see anyone else's response before you post your own response. This way you can only focus on yourself first. You don't get bogged down by, say, 30 tabs of thread here, which can be kind of, it can be kind of distracting a little bit. You can reply then, and you will to your peers as well, and it's very easy. You can reply through text. Of course, you can reply again through uploading media, which you will do at certain points. The other thing that's on here is included in your syllabus, and I included the file for your rubric for participation. So with discussion forums of all types, no matter what they are, I went through this in the syllabus, but just to remind you, because these are the general ones we're going to be looking at here too. It's really, really important to note that you want to be consistently checking in. A discussion only works if you have multiple people collaboration. Okay, it's just like in class. We want to bring good ideas. We're going to do discussions to help everyone with assignments and brainstorming, so we want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And it does not work, nor will it work for your grade in the class, if you try to log on at the last minute and post everything all at once. That's not going to get you any points. That's not going to also help you understand the material. So I'm not saying that you have to log on 7 times a week and do something, but truly, if you break it up, replying to several posts can only take a couple minutes if you make a conscious effort to do it on the regular. And it's important to check because everybody's bringing great ideas and great points. I know I don't want to miss anything out too. So, making sure you're following the directions, making sure you're following up with your peers, not just saying like, wow, I agree. Done. Well, that's lovely, but why do you agree? Elaborate a little bit more on that. So that's really important. Also really important is to make sure that your, clarity and mechanics are good. Yes, sometimes we're typing and grammatical errors come in and out, and that's life. But for the most part, everything should be, just because we're in a discussion forum or just because you're recording yourself or anything like that doesn't mean that you don't follow the conventions of normal speech and rhetoric. Same thing when we need to reference literature, readings, we want to make sure we're doing that in a proper way. We talk about line numbers or page numbers so that we can easily identify where each other is coming from. So it seems like a lot. It's really not. And it's one of the most engaging parts. Like I said, we're going to have lots of different types of discussions. This does not mean that everything is just typed out. Maybe your first one will be typed out, but then there's going to be lots of different recordings and different multimedia. So this is really important. If you have questions at any point, always ask me. But I think once you do a couple of them, and if you've done them before, obviously for other classes, I know every faculty kind of has different expectations or different sort of rules for the discussion board, if you want to call them that. But these should be a couple guiding factors to help you as you're going through ours. So let me know if you have any questions, and if you ever run into any technology trouble, I will try to help you. I will say too, Canvas is your #1 resource, free resource as well for technology troubles. And you can access that just by, going to the help button right on your Canvas page too. So this should help you a little bit get started on discussion.